What up, guys? It is time to stop stalling and do the new Emma showcase. Now, I feel like this is going to be a bit lackluster. I mean, I didn't pull first, so the only way I'm going to show her is in the shooting range. And also, I kind of want to, use her with the no Yunwa, since that's kind of the whole shtick. They have the bonuses of when she gets affected by one of Yunwa's passives. So essentially in this showcase, literally this part is just not going to be active. It's this. So this AS formation is from Yunwa's passive. So like this is just not going to be active at all. And also like this affects from the same squad and it's crit up. Now I guess I could technically use it on the old like bestie or the old ones, but that's like not even worth. So anywho, this is essentially the team I'm going to run. I'll explain why I'm gonna do that. Now, I feel like Asuka is gonna be perfect for this team as she is a fire support. Unfortunately, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it in this like at all. So her support is she buffs fire units when they hit the core. Now, it does say I'm getting core hits right here from the regular enemies, so I guess you can see it. But for the most part, the core damage thing, fire, by the way, this is fire. If she gets a gotcha skin, I'm telling you, it'll be even more fire. Or a regular skin. Oh, let me switch to her so we can see her. My bad. Anywho, I lost my train of thought. The core hit buff will be very valuable. Obviously, I didn't think we could get it in just this regular, like, arena. But it'll be way more valuable in the bossing parts of the game. So, methinks definitely the move is probably... If you want to sub out Crown, you can. I feel like Yunwa, you don't have to burst for her, since she's a tagger. Her burst is basically just like damage. But also, I do think Emma right here is taunting everybody. I don't think Crown is getting a chance to like use her taunt. I think it overrides Crown's taunt, so bringing Crown is going to be a bit grief, because she's not going to get the taunt. And I think she does get stuff from getting hit, correct? I'm not sure. Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't know. God dang it, I wanted to burst with fucking Asuka. God dang it. Anywho. What was I thinking? I think the move would probably to bring a second burst too with Yunwa. Someone who you would want to use their burst instead. I don't know, maybe you can also bring like Naga to get more core damage up. Let's see. I mean, this isn't even the worst. I think my Red Hood, when I run like the regular team, does around 400 mil. So like, I mean, 100 mil. The problem with Emma, my personal problem, is, by the way, this is, I would say like this. I think Red Hood usually hits around 400 mil on this team, but the only issue with Emma that I see is that she does not have CDR as a burst one. Now, I don't think that's the biggest issue, since the specific team you're going to run her on is like full absolute team. I don't think that would be too bad. And also, maybe that would have put Emma a bit too strong, especially since all the other stuff she gives, like the explosives. I think she'll work better with rocket launchers, is what they were going with, obviously, with Vesti. And then she also buffs Vesti's true damage, and a bunch of Vesti's other stuff, but... For the most part, the only real issue with this team is that she does not have CDR as a burst 1, which does kind of suck. So I feel like Vesti on her own probably doesn't have too much, or Emma on her own doesn't have too much value as the burst 1 because of that. Like, if you're going to put on a random team, I feel like you're better off putting anybody else that has cooldown as a burst 1 to be your designated burst 1er. But on the absolute team with the new Yunwa and the new Vesti, I think she's gonna cook. Unfortunately, like I said before, it's kind of like a sleeper where I have to wait till 2 weeks to use all 3 of them. But, I mean, it is nice to see. I did want to see how she would fare by herself. However, without cooldown reduction, I feel like it's kind of obvious how she would fare at the very least by herself. But I think if you are going to go for only one of them, right, if you had to choose for one out of the 3, I feel like Yunwa probably has the most value as a burst 2. Her buffs that she gives, even without like all that stuff, is probably not the worst. The only issue is that her like burst, you're not going to get too much value out of it because she is an attacker. And I feel like most burst 2 attackers are just okay. I mean, she is buffing a decent amount. Emma is doing pretty nicely for Red Hood. I mean, she's buffing Red Hood's like explosive, empowered auto thingy, and all that stuff. Here, that was kind of quick. Let me build one more schizophrenic team, and we'll see how she fares against that. Alright, I ended up going with this. Now, we're going just full fuck the core stuff. Unfortunately, yeah, like, I'm not getting access to a lot of Emma's Valley. I was thinking of doing some shenanigans with, like, true damage and the projectile explosion stuff, and then I was like, oh wait, that's part of this formation that I don't have access to. Unfortunately, like, the only thing I really have access to is this. The projectile explosion? Yeah, I don't know. Like, her by herself, I'm not sure if you're going to get that much value, especially, like I said before, that she doesn't also have CDR, which kind of sucks. This healing is pretty cool, and also she makes the enemies take more damage. But, like, by herself, I'm not sure how much value you're going to get from her, unfortunately. I think definitely the move is to run her with Yunwa. I feel like she'll definitely look better and have her, like, supporting abilities look way better once I use it runs with Yunwa. But unfortunately that is next week, but I will definitely try to get onto that. This is the core damage team, baby. Let's go. We got Naga here, so that everybody does even more damage to the core. Fuck it. I definitely do think these units will be a bit better for bossing, but from the looks of it, I feel like Vesti does look pretty good. All that explosion looks pretty good. I mean, my main damage when I was starting the game was just like the AoE clear from Amelia, so I definitely think that rocket launchers nowadays are disrespected. Granted, I mean, Cindy is rocket launcher. The problem is she kind of doesn't feel like a rocket launcher, if that makes sense. It's kind of a bit wonky, even though she is technically a rocket launcher, but that is besides the point. I feel like nowadays, the only really crazy ones are obviously machine guns. We got Rappy Red Hood, and then the buffs that... Oh, I didn't mean to burst with Naga. Whoops, I guess I am in auto. Oh well. The buffs that Siren gets from like all the machine gun passes, you can just get that dot effect every time. Unfortunately, running this team is pretty goofy because Emma's taunt is going to be like active the whole time, so like Crown's not going to get her taunt. Granted, I was peeping Crown's Kent just to refresh, and yeah, you don't need to get hit as Crown. It's just like if you get the healing, you get that buff, and then the attacks will trigger the taunt. However, it's just never like overrides her taunt. Let's see. I mean, it's getting all of this. Oh, she does give herself it. I guess that makes sense since she is part of the absolute squad, but this is pretty nice though, I will say. Let me quickly show you guys. When she bursts, she gets this potency of HP. That should stack with Crown's own potency. I believe it is here, right? Yeah, affects self. She get like so much healing for Crown. Unfortunately, that doesn't really matter since she's not going to be taunting, but I mean, for AoE attacks that obviously you can't dodge, then I mean, Crown's going to stick around for a very, very long. I mean, that was way better that time. Hold up, wait, even without CDR, this actually did have Red Hood, like, almost as much damage, with type advantage, that is. I don't think the other one I had type advantage, I want to say, but, like, dude, look at this core damage. I mean, granted, this was all supporting her, correct? Asuka gave her the core damage up, Naga gave core damage up, she was giving projectile up, and I mean, on Crown's giving everybody attack up. So we were just flanking her off, but, like, that wasn't the worst, personally. So, maybe running double, but like having Asuka for the core damage. Methinks I definitely am going to try a couple of different teams once Vesti comes out and I can do all three of them. That is the video to watch out for. I think that one will probably be a bit more exciting than this one where I'm just like, Emma's by herself is just doing a bit of trolling. Anywho, let me do what I like doing and peeping her thing. Unfortunately, I don't have her, obviously, so let me go pull up this. Where is she? Here we go. Yeah, unfortunately, if you're going to use her by herself, like, you're going to just miss out on all this value, which is very unfortunate. I think definitely, you know, using her with Yunwa, pretty nice. It's not too bad, right? If they're 1%, I'd be like, I'd hope that it'd at least be, like, really, really broken if you have all of them, right? If they were, like, 1% banners, but they're going to be put into the regular pool, so if you want to wishlist them after the next update. Usually how it works with these, by the way, in case you don't know, is once the banners go away, the next update, so like the next event that comes and when that new unit comes out, usually is when the old ones get put back in this pool. Unfortunately, will go away in like September, but I'm not sure if like Vesti will go away at the same time, because I feel like they're gonna want to put all 3 of them in the pool at the same time. So I'm not sure. I mean, I would just say save all your stuff, like the ordinary recruits, until they get put into the pool, and then go really hard. That's what I'm probably gonna hope for. And I'm probably going to go pretty hard on the anniversary, and then hope I pull them there as well. Granted, during the anniversary, we'll probably get free summons, like for the day, free daily, like 1 single. So hopefully we can get lucky and pull them then. But anywho, yeah, by herself, she's not going to get this, which is quite unfortunate. But anyways, overall, oh, is there no like gear stuff? I like showing like the gear thing. Oh well. For her overload gear, I mean, she doesn't really have any distinction of like, oh, you want to have a lot of ammo. I don't think it's anything crazy, even though she has a machine gun. I mean, usually I say like always go max ammo rolls for Siren, because she gets, you know, all that buff from ammo dump units. But obviously, you know, she's burst 1, so you're probably not going to use Siren with this Emma. So usually I feel like you could probably just go for just the regular elemental damage up, regular damage up, and then honestly, if you want, you can probably this time go like, I mean, crit damage, crit rate might be not the worst. I mean, even just regular ammo capacity up wouldn't be the worst either, but like, I don't think she gets much value out of something really crazy. I do wish they would add something interesting to the overload mechanic. Maybe that would be a little too much, but I don't know. I feel like nowadays every unit's like, oh yeah, you just want to give them elemental damage, regular damage, and ammo, and then call it a day. And obviously, if you're like doing a sniper or a rocket launcher, maybe you want to sneak in charge speed there, but for the most part, it's always those 3. I don't know, maybe they can add like potency, HP potency up or something goofy, but I feel like maybe adding reload speed or something else might be a little broken, but I do think these guys can maybe add something. Oh, actually, I guess this turns off her taunt, right? Okay, wait, maybe Crown on this team wouldn't be too fat. I forgot that when you get Yunhua, it'll activate this, and then she'll turn off her own taunt. So then maybe Crown's taunt will activate. Granted, that's not like that matters, but I mean, it will make it so that they take turns tanking, so, you know, not only one of them just gets railed. But even if they do get railed, I mean, Crown has her own potency of HP up. She's giving this up, so like there's going to be a lot of healing and shielding. Even if you want to like just run Yunhua or not even care and run other people. Well, very interesting unit we have on our hands. Unfortunately, not much I can really do if we don't have Yunhua here. I feel like there's going to be way more tech once Yunhua comes out, and we can do all this bullshit with this true damage and this projectile. Rappy Red Hood's going to kit pretty hard. She's going to get true damage, and she's going to get more projectile explosion up. Like, she's going to do some work, methinks. I think she's definitely going to go crazy on this absolute team, which is pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. The lore, dude. They used to be on the same team. But now that Rappy left, even though she left, if she comes back to this absolute team with this, like, overspec type thing, I guess it's called tactical upgrade, but, like, whatever. In the lore, it's kind of like same difference. But it's still cool because she does well on this whole team. Oh man. Anyways, like I said before, I don't think you should relatively summon on this. They are not 1% units, so they will be put into the regular wishlist pool and also like in the mold pool. So honestly, if you get lucky, you could pull them from a mold, which honestly I'm gonna hope I get to. Maybe I'll dump some molds, but I recently did pop all of my molds during the, what was it? I think it was my leg summons. I popped all the molds because I was feeling frisky and I wanted to try to get the, what's it called, favorite items up. Unfortunately, I didn't get like any dupes for any of the favorite item girls, so blow my brains out, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. But yeah, I think probably not summoning would be the move, especially since we have anniversary at the start of November, which, what is this, 2 months? Right, it's August, so September, 2 to 3 months-ish. And there's not a 0 chance that they do another collab. I don't think they're gonna do another collab, but the chance of it is not 0, so I just want you guys to keep that in mind. I don't think they're going to, but just to be safe, I'm gonna keep saving like I usually do because I'm a hoarder. How much I got so far? I think I'm looking pretty nice. Yeah, I got 50 tickets and 140. We're pretty rich. Unfortunately, my pity is a bit lower than I'd hope, but as long as I don't get shafted really hard, I think we'll be chilling. But I think that is it. Unfortunately, not as exciting as I'd hope. It will be a bit more exciting once Uno comes out, and then obviously once Vesti comes out, we're going to do some gaming, I feel like. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use them until I pull all of them, but once I pull all of them, I'll definitely redo, like, that video of using the absolute team, and then hopefully that goes well. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Hopefully I don't take too long getting all those girls so I can run that sick-ass team. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Emma and how she works on her own, and let me know if you guys summoned for her. I personally didn't, but if you want to, I don't blame you. Emma is Emma. I'm an Emma fan, so unfortunately this does hurt me. But I think that is it. So I will catch you guys later.